isn't the Sabbath all in our minds? Why can't we just choose which day out of the 7 to worship on?
Yeah, is the Sabbath just in our mind or our heart? And if our mind or our heart is right with God, can we just choose any day, one day out of 6?
Exactly.
Yeah, and
This
is one of those questions that, it does come across sounding really nice and righteous and all that kind of thing. But I want you to think about this, Mon.
Mm-hmm.
You're a single person, so it may not have the same impact as maybe, say, to a married person. But let's say that you're married,
mm-hmm.
and your wedding anniversary comes and it goes. How are you feeling right now?
Fine. Why?
You're not really.
Oh, you mean like it comes and goes and it wasn't celebrated?
Yeah, nothing happens. And so you then,
a little
bit, a few days later, you go to your husband and say, you missed our wedding anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, it's fine. I love you in my heart.
It's not that special, is
right?
it?
And then he goes, you know what? I chose to. I thought that it was more convenient for me to have your wedding or to have our wedding anniversary in a month's time from now, and so I've picked a date over there.
Yeah, that's not right.
Okay, how valued are you feeling and how loved are you feeling as a wife right now when your husband comes along and says, you know what, there's 365 days in the year, I can pick any one of those to have our wedding anniversary on.
I would not feel very special or significant to him.
Okay, so that's communicating a lack of love, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's communicating a lack of love and a lack of respect for you and for who you are and for the relationship that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And it's exactly the same with the Sabbath. God did not come to us and say, look, you can choose one day in 7, doesn't really matter, pick whichever one you want. God chose something special. He placed a blessing in it. He never blessed any other day. And when we come to God and say, I know you blessed that day, I know you picked that day, but it's not good enough for me. There's one over here that's way more, it's just more convenient for me. What are we communicating to God?
That, we don't love him.
And what does that say about our relationship, our connection with God? Think about this. Let's bring this back to the Bible now.
Mm-hmm.
Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. They eat the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and as a result, they die. Let me ask you this question. The fruit,
mm-hmm.
in and of itself, was it toxic? Did it contain toxins?
No.
What was the problem? Why did they die? You see, the issue wasn't the fruit. Because the fruit was just like any other fruit.
Mm-hmm.
The issue was obedience, wasn't it?
Yeah, disobedience, yeah.
Now, when God asked them to do that, was God vague or was God specific? In fact, let me say this. Is God ever vague when he asks us to do something?
No, he's always very specific.
Yeah. Okay, so think about it. He didn't come to them and say, look, there's all the fruit of all the trees in the garden. Eat any one you want. Doesn't matter which one. You pick one.
Yeah, no, he doesn't do that
He
at
didn't.
all.
He said, no, this specific one here. And when they ate of that fruit, it wasn't a problem that the fruit actually poisoned them. It was that they had disobeyed God, and their disobedience had revealed what was in their heart. It had revealed their lack of love for God. The issue wasn't the fruit. The issue was obedience. The issue isn't the day. The issue is obedience. Obedience does not save us. It simply reveals our salvation. It reveals our connection with God. It reveals how much we love God. And the question that God is asking us is this: do you love me enough to honor the day that I have chosen? In much the same way that you might, talk to your husband. Do you love me enough to honor our wedding anniversary, or are you just going to do it at your own convenience whenever you feel like it?
Yeah.
This is the whole issue here with the Sabbath. It's all about love. We could look at one example after another right the way through the Bible. Nadab and Abihu bring strange fire into the sanctuary, and God destroys them.
Mm-hmm.
The chemical process of the fire is no different in your campfire to the sanctuary, but God was specific. Naaman the leper, go dip 7 times in the river Jordan. 6 wouldn't have been enough. Any other river wouldn't have been enough. Our obedience demonstrates where our heart is at. Come to the New Testament. You've got Ananias and Sapphira. We've been studying about that very dramatic story right here. During our Bible study time, our encounter with God's time as part of the 20 million movement, and you have the same story again. God doesn't change. God is specific about what he asks us to do, and our obedience to God's specific commands are evidence of our relationship, our connection, our love for him.
Wow, that's such a good answer. Thank you so much. If you have a question that you want to ask us here at Faith FM, you can give us a call. The number is 1-800-324-843, or you can text us 0491 064 669. Any question we will answer for question of the day.